Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the Bitcoin Basics Hour every Tuesday morning, 9:10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to about 10:10 a.m., depending on where we are in the discussion. So on this live stream, I'm going to focus on the basics of Bitcoin, what it is, how it works, how you can get some of your own, and I'll take limited questions. I want to try to keep everything related to Bitcoin to keep things on focus here. And we're not really talking much about investing Bitcoin. We're talking about how to use Bitcoin. So without further ado, let's jump in. Let's see where we go here. Let's go over here. And let's see. Is this where I wanted to start? I think we talked a little bit about this last time. All right. So first of all, let me greet whoever's here. Adam78, hello. Joe Ryan, hello. Ariex, long time no see. Good. It's good to have you back. So we're talking a little bit about Bitcoin, the basics. And I was reviewing some of my previous Bitcoin basics. And we've sort of covered what everyone knows. Bitcoin is a commodity in the respect that you can buy it and sell it, and that it has a market price. So I think we all understand that. But we don't really maybe understand exactly what it is and how it works. So I want to go a little bit more into that. Basically, at its very core, it is a computer program, so to speak. There are many ways of thinking about Bitcoin, but at its core, it's a computer program. It's a set of code that runs, and it can run on any kind of computer. It can run on a phone, and each time it runs on a separate device, we call that a node on the Bitcoin blockchain network. So let's just real quick, I just want to show you guys, if we do Bitcoin GitHub, we can go over here to the Bitcoin GitHub repository. This is what we call it, a repository. Now, this is where the code of Bitcoin resides. Now, of course, it's not quite that simple because there are multiple servers in the GitHub environment. So it's probably on several servers, but this is what we would call a repository. This is where the current state of the code is stored, and a programmer that knows how to code can what we call check out part of the code to work on their own machine, and they can update it, make changes, fix bugs, add features, do that sort of thing. And then once they've done that, they can submit that for approval to add to the main code base, right? Now, not anyone can check out code and work on it, but in order to be accepted as part of the core code, it has to go through a process where the custodians, the people that work on Bitcoin, go through a process of whether or not this code should be added to the main code. Now, there are hundreds, maybe thousands of people that work on the Bitcoin code, and it's what we call an open source project, right? It's not a business. It's not in for profit or anything. It is an open source code project. Now, there are many such projects out there. GitHub hosts multitudes of code projects. Unix is another open source code project. What this means is that it's not owned by anybody, right? Microsoft Windows is proprietary. I can't work on Windows code unless I work at Microsoft. But if I would like to check out the Bitcoin code and play around with it and then create my own code based on it, I'm free to do so. In fact, that's how a lot of other coins got started. Litecoin was originally a fork of Bitcoin. There are many wallets out there for different coins that borrow from this base code. So I won't go too much further into it. I wanted to kind of go over this introduction to Bitcoin as far as what it can be used for. And by the way, all of these online chapters of the Mastering Bitcoin book are in my description. So you can go into the description of this video down below. You can see kind of an overview of what we're going to talk about. You can see some of my affiliate links there that I invite you to check out. And then there's a link down here for the Mastering Bitcoin book, right? If you want to check out some of the things I'm talking about. And then below that are some of my videos on how to use the Ledger Nano device, which is a hardware-based wallet that we can use to send and receive Bitcoin, hold Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. All right, so let's get back to this. What is Bitcoin? What can it be used for? There's a little bit of history. Okay, so it can be used to actually buy things, right? If someone is willing to accept Bitcoin as payment, then I could use Bitcoin to buy coffee at a coffee shop. Now, this would mean that I would most likely need a Bitcoin, a phone-based Bitcoin wallet that I can use on the go, right? Now, I can sit at home in front of my desktop-based wallet and send and receive Bitcoin all day long. But if I want to use it, and I can buy things online with Bitcoin that way. But if I wanted to use Bitcoin in the real world, so to speak, out and about in stores, then I would need some sort of mobile-based wallet. And that's easy to do. There are plenty of wallets like that, right? So we can use Bitcoin to buy small things like coffee or clothes. And then we can also use Bitcoin to buy large things like artwork or real estate, right? And then we also have offshore contract services. So because Bitcoin is global, I could hire someone in India or England or France to build a website for me. And I could pay them in Bitcoin. They have a Bitcoin wallet. I have a Bitcoin wallet. I can send them Bitcoin as payment for services. I could have a web store where I sell things online and accept Bitcoin as payment. Most web stores that we're familiar with accept credit card and debit card, but just as easily they can accept Bitcoin. All you really need to do is put up a Bitcoin address. Charitable donations. There are charities that accept Bitcoin. I believe the UN UNICEF now accepts Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And it's just as simple as looking at their receiving address and sending some coin to their receiving address using your own wallet. We'll talk more about addresses as we go forward, right? And for importing and exporting goods, instead of having to go through currency exchanges and international settlements and banks and all that other stuff, I could just as easily send Bitcoin directly to someone in a different country that is willing to accept Bitcoin, right? And then there's this whole idea of mining for Bitcoin, which is how Bitcoin is created, which is solving mathematical puzzles on your computer, and that's a little bit beyond what we're going to talk about today. So I'm just going to show you very quickly a Bitcoin-based wallet that you can download and install on your own computer. It's called Electrum. And you can go download Electrum on your desktop computer and install this wallet. And then what that does when you install the wallet is it creates an empty Bitcoin wallet on the blockchain for you. And then you have access to it through your private key, which is stored on your computer. And there are an unimaginable number of possible Bitcoin addresses, almost as many as atoms there are in the universe. So it's when you create a random Bitcoin address, the chances of someone having the exact same Bitcoin address are astronomical, to the point of, you know, a grain of sand on a beach. If I have a grain of sand that I throw out on the beach, what are the chances you're going to go out there and find that exact same grain of sand, having not seen where I threw it, of course. And then what if you had to choose between all of the beaches on all of the world? What are the chances of you picking up that exact same grain of sand? And then we could even expand that to all the planets in the universe, and you can see the kind of numbers that we're dealing with. So anyway, you download and install the Electrum Bitcoin wallet. I'm going to put a link to that in the description here. We'll just put that at the top. Let's put that down here. All right. So you guys can go download that and use it if you want to. All right. So here we have a Bitcoin wallet that's empty. I just created it on Friday. And it's, as you can see, it's got a zero balance. So how do I get Bitcoin in this wallet? Well, I need to go out and buy some Bitcoin somewhere, right? And there are ways to buy Bitcoin. You can buy it using phone apps. You can buy it on cryptocurrency exchanges. They're very similar to trading platforms where you sign up for an account. You generally need to verify your identity. And then once you've set up an account, you can put money in there from your bank or your ATM card, and then or wire transfers, and then from there you can buy Bitcoin. And then once you've bought it there, it's not really in your possession until you've moved it to your own wallet. So we're going to go through that. All right, so let me just greet all the other people that are here today. Mr. David is here. Good morning. Christian is here. Mark Snap is here. I Carry. We're going to stick with Bitcoin today. Sorry about the Tron. Maybe put that in a comment on one of my videos. But you can buy Tron on Binance, I know. I don't know that I don't think you can buy it on Coinbase or Binance US, but you may be able to get it on Bittrex. Bittrex, and that is a US-based cryptocurrency exchange. So you might want to check that out if you want to buy Tron in the US. Otherwise, you'll probably just have to open one of those foreign exchange, like based in China or in Asia, and it's perfectly legal for you to do that. You can just open up an account on those with an email and a password, deposit some Bitcoin in there, and then trade it for Tron, and then pull the Tron out. Am I a computer science engineer? I have a degree in computer science. I have worked in the programming field. I spent most of my computer career as a hobbyist and as a consultant working on people's computers. I only spent about a year or so, maybe two, actually programming at a company. But I am pretty versed in computers and computer science. Slightly off topic, but we broke 91.18. Thanks, Adam. I appreciate that. It's always good to see Bitcoin going up. The market value of Bitcoin is a kind of a reflection of its value, its acceptance, and its legitimacy, right? So I'm always happy to see Bitcoin going up, right? I carry you download the Spend app when you can do coin swaps to TRX. Oh, okay. I did not know. Now, the Spend app is probably an iOS-based cryptocurrency trading app, right? So this is our Electrum wallet. I'm going to put some money, or I'm going to put some Bitcoin in this wallet. But before I do that, I would like to just show you guys very quickly what I consider one of the easiest, quickest, and cheapest ways to buy Bitcoin, and that's using the Cash app. So you can see here, I've got the Cash app. It's that green icon with the dollar sign. You can go into the Cash app and use it to send money back and forth to your friends digitally, right? Anyone that has the Cash app can send and receive money back and forth, right? And William, good morning, William. Good to see you here. So we can use this Cash app to send and receive cash digitally between our friends. We can use our bank account or our debit card to fund our purchases in the Cash app. Very easy to set up a Cash app, very easy to link your debit card, really cool. But if you want to buy some Bitcoin using the Cash app, you go down there to that little squiggly line at the bottom, you tap on that, and then you can see there you can buy stocks if you want. But then over there up at the top to the right, there's that Bitcoin. We can just tap on that. And from there, we can just buy Bitcoin directly. So if I hit buy Bitcoin, I can choose how much I want to buy. And then it basically appears here in the Cash app as my Bitcoin balance, right? And that's really cool. And I can hold Bitcoin in here. And I can even send and receive Bitcoin from here. So if you go over to the home, which is down there in the bottom left corner, you can see there that I have access to my Bitcoin holdings from here. And someone can send me Bitcoin based on my Cash App Bitcoin address. I can deposit Bitcoin from a different wallet into the Cash App if I want to. And then if I have Bitcoin in the Cash App, I can even do a withdraw Bitcoin, which of course I can't now because my balance is 0, and send the Bitcoin in the Cash App to my own wallet, right? You don't really control the private keys when you hold Bitcoin in the Cash App, but it is a really good on-ramp to purchase some Bitcoin cheaply. Now, a lot of people, their fees are pretty low, but some people claim that their market price of Bitcoin is slightly higher than what you might find in other markets, right? Other indicators of the price of Bitcoin. But I think that's more, I'm not sure if that's true or not, right? So fast, easy, quick way to buy Bitcoin using the Cash app, right? And then I'll go through a couple others. We've got, let's see, I'm logged in earlier, and I'm probably not logged in now, but let's see. Let's go to portfolio. Yeah, I kind of figured it logged me out. Right, so you can set up a Coinbase account. You just go to coinbase.com and you set up an account with your username and password, similar to joining Facebook or Twitter. Pretty straightforward, right? Now, I've set up two-factor authentication on this account, which means that I have a special code that I need to enter that changes frequently, every few seconds, right? And this code is my defense against hackers, right? So let's see, where are we here? There's Coinbase, 447060. Now, using two-factor authentication makes it really hard for a hacker to log into my account from another place or another device or another country, right? Because whenever you try to log into my Coinbase account, it asks for that code. And I'm the only one that has my phone that generates the code. That's an additional layer of security that I use. Now, if you join Coinbase and you want to buy some Bitcoin, another very easy way, you can set up access to your bank account. You can set up access to a debit card, and Coinbase will walk you through all this. Very easy to use platform and very safe and secure. It's a US-based company, so you guys can rest assured that it's not a shady, weird place. All right? So you can buy Bitcoin here, hold it here, but this is a custodial wallet. They hold the Bitcoin for you, so it's not really yours until you've withdrawn it into your own wallet. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. I've got some cash here in my Binance US account. Now, I'm going to go over here to wallet. You can see here that I have a US dollar balance. Well, I'm going to let you guys see that. There's $60 in here. Now, I can deposit cash in here from my own bank account, right? So when you set up a Binance US cryptocurrency account, you will be able to deposit money from your own bank account or from your own debit card, right? So easy on-ramp to buy Bitcoin, right? You just set up this account and tie it to your bank account or debit card so that you can put money in there. So we'll assume that you've figured that part of it out, right? We do this with Amazon all the time, right? We generally will use Amazon to buy things but usually the money comes directly from our credit card. But there are more similar ways, like if you buy an Amazon gift card and then post it in your Amazon account, you basically have a working balance that you can use to purchase items on Amazon, right? So you might have $100 gift card that you've uploaded to Amazon, right? You scratched it off, you enter the code. And so when you go to Amazon to buy something, it's going to tell you, oh, you've already got a $100 gift card balance, right? So anything you buy will come out of that. So that's very similar here, right? I've added some money to my Binance US account, which I can use to make purchases, all right? So let's go down to Bitcoin. We're going to try and keep things focused on Bitcoin here. I'm going to hit trade, and I'm going to choose US dollars, right? They have some stable coins that you can use, but I'm just going to use US dollars because I have some US dollars in my account, right? So I'm going to go over here to market, right? And then I'm going to choose 100% of the money that I've got in my Binance account. I'm going to shave that down just a tad to cover my trading fee, right? I'm going to hit buy BTC, and the market order was created right away. And so now I own the Bitcoin. Now you can get fancy. You can do limit, stop limit, all that stuff. I'm not a big trading guy. I'm just trying to show you the mechanics, right? So once you've made your purchase, whether it's a fancy limit order or it's like a market order that executes right away at whatever the current price is, I've got the Bitcoin now. And that used to be a link. I don't know why it doesn't work anymore. Anyway, I'm just going to use the back button. All right, so here we are back in the wallet, and now you can see that my US dollar balance is down, and my Bitcoin wallet has some Bitcoin in there. And that Bitcoin is 0.00654,345 Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin is highly dividable, much more dividable than a US dollar, right? You can only divide a US dollar down to 100, right? The penny is the smallest unit of measurement. Bitcoin can go down to a Satoshi, which is like a millionth of a Bitcoin, right? So very highly dividable. So the higher the price of Bitcoin gets, the more we can divide way down to where even a Satoshi might be worth a cup of coffee at some point in the future, not today, right? So anyway, we got some Bitcoin here in our US Binance US based wallet, which is online, right? They're telling me I own Bitcoin, but I don't really have it till I withdraw it into my own wallet. So I'm going to do that, all right? So we're going to go over here to the Electrum wallet. Now, this is my Bitcoin wallet on my computer. I control this wallet. I want to put the Bitcoin in my own wallet. So I want to do a send. I want to do a receive, right? I want to receive some Bitcoin into this wallet. Now, why am I going over here first? Why don't I go to Binance US and send first, right? Well, the reason is because I need the Bitcoin address first, right? I can't send a letter until I know the address. So if someone says, hey, send me a letter, the first question I'll ask them is, give me your address, right? So that's what we're going to do. I'm asking Binance US to send some Bitcoin to me. So their first question is, what is your address, right? So we're going to copy this Bitcoin address into our clipboard. Now, this wallet can generate new addresses too, right? But we're not going to go there today. See, I can go over it. There's plenty of addresses that I can choose from, but I'm just going to use the default one today. All right, so let's go back over to our Binance US. Now we're going to do a withdraw, and we're going to paste in that Bitcoin address. That's it, really. That's the main thing we need to master, right? We just need to figure out how to manipulate Bitcoin addresses if we want to put our Bitcoin into our own wallet, right? Now, how much am I going to send? I'm just going to send it all. So I can click on the available balance over here, and it'll autofill the max and calculate the transaction fee that they're going to charge. That's how they are in business, right? I'm going to hit submit, and it wants my code, right? This is my protection that I put on my Binance US account. No one can withdraw except me, and only if I have my phone. All right. So 576972. And you may wonder, oh, why are you showing me your code? Well, my code will change in about 5 to 10 seconds, right? So it's not like you can go later and hack into my Binance US account and use that code you saw on my phone, right? Doesn't work like that. The codes get regenerated periodically. So I'm going to run over to my email. I'm going to confirm that in fact, this is another layer of security, right? I'm going to confirm that withdrawal. Let's try it again. There it goes. All right, so I've done the withdrawal. Now, here's where we wait with bated breath for the actual Bitcoin to arrive. And here's where I get a lot of people that make this mistake. They have some Bitcoin or cryptocurrency in their exchange wallet, and then they have never done it before, unsure of what they're doing. They transfer the entire amount in one fell swoop from their exchange to a wallet. If they're lucky, it makes it over there. If they're unlucky and they've used the wrong kind of address, or something has gone wrong, then they've just they've lost their entire amount. So best practice, always send a small amount first before you send the full amount, right? So if I had $20,000 worth of Bitcoin on Binance US and I was using a new wallet address that I've never used before, I would send a small amount first in order to verify that everything was working on both ends, right? So let's go over here. Let's go over here to history, and we'll just kind of wait for the Bitcoin to come in, right? Now, another nail biter is, okay, how long is this going to take, right? When things are busy, it might take a while. And so we just have to wait. But how do we know that the Bitcoin actually even went out or not, right? Well, let's check. Let's look over here at receive. Let's look at that address, BC1 QEP 4UEWPJ. How do I know that my Bitcoin went to that address, right? Well, first of all, I cut and paste it, right? So I know I didn't make a typo. But if you're infected with viruses, there may be a malware that will actually alter your clipboard when you're cutting and pasting addresses. Now I have a clean machine. I've got antivirus, anti-malware. I am certain that cut and paste worked just fine. Now we could have eyeballed it too before we actually clicked send. We could have looked at this address and then looked at the address I pasted in on Binance to make sure that they both matched before I click send. Another fail-safe that I kind of skipped over. But how do I know now that I've actually sent it? So let's go to withdrawal history. I'm going to go over here from deposit to withdraw. And I'm going to change from fiat to crypto. And there you can see that there is a withdrawal processing, and there's that Bitcoin address that they sent it to. So I can look here, I can just sort of eyeball these two and see that it is sent to the same address that of my wallet, and that it's processing on there, and it may take a while. So hopefully it'll end up in this wallet before the end of the live stream, and we'll be able to rejoice. All right. All right, so can't log into my Trust Wallet account. Oh, all right, so if you are using the Trust Wallet, let's move this guy over here. All right, and I'm assuming you're talking about Trust Wallet. Okay. Which is an iOS-based wallet, right? You can head over to Trust Wallet, just Google Trust Wallet. You can download this onto your phone, and you can use it to send and receive Bitcoin. Very similar to the Electrum Bitcoin wallet that I'm using, but phone-based, right? This one is desktop-based. So, but let's take a look at Trust. There, let's do this first. Okay. All right, so where are we here? There we go. All right, so there's the Trust wallet. Now, the Trust wallet can hold a lot of different types of cryptocurrencies, right? We've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tron. So very versatile wallet, holds multiple cryptocurrencies. Now, when you say you can't log in, what do you mean you can't log in? When you click, when you launch the app, it like fails? Is that what you're saying? I need a little more information when you say you can't log in to your Trust wallet, right? Hey, Scott's here. Good morning. Okay, so here's another theta question. I don't know, everybody's crazy about theta these days. I don't get it. All right. Let's see. Got it. Okay. Let's log into our Bittrex account and see if they sell theta. Let's go over here. What am I doing? Bittrex. Okay, I got to look for my code here. All right, I got it. Almost missed it. All right. All right, so here we are. All right, let's go to holdings. Let's go to theta. Okay, I guess you can't buy it on... Huh. All right, so it's not available on Bittrex. So I guess the question is US, right? You can't use Binance. Okay. My only question is, why can't you use Binance? I can use Binance. Binance is the parent of Binance US, but and they said they were going to block US people that are coming in from the US, but I have not seen that yet. Maybe because I already had the Binance account, but I can still buy and sell on Binance. But maybe now they won't let you set up new accounts. Okay, I get it. All right, so let's go. Hey, there it is, guys. We got the unconfirmed Bitcoin transaction in. All right, so the Bitcoin has arrived, but it says unconfirmed. What does that mean? Does that mean it's not here yet? No, it does not. It means that it is in your wallet, but it is unspendable until it is confirmed on the blockchain. This is a failsafe on the Bitcoin network that prevents the double spend problem. Since it's decentralized, right? There's no central Bitcoin authority. Now, I talked earlier about the code base, which is sort of centralized. But the way Bitcoin works when it's running is that it is decentralized, right? There is no centralized clearinghouse. And that's what makes Bitcoin different than, say, banks or credit cards, where when you go to make a credit card transaction, it has to be verified centrally with the company to confirm it's you, right? It's your card number, it's your security code, it's your expiration, it's your billing address, all that kind of stuff. You don't need all that for Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin uses mathematics to confirm decentrally. So it has to get confirmed mathematically on several nodes on the blockchain. And then once that happens, like when new blocks get created and your transaction is there, that is one level of confirmation, right? And then as more blocks get created and your transaction is among those in that block, more blocks get created, more levels of confirmation get created, and then the Bitcoin in your wallet is totally confirmed to be in your wallet and not anywhere else, right? And then once you've got that, then it's spendable. So I get a lot of people that panic when they see it's unconfirmed, but that means that it's in your wallet, right? That means it's yours and it's not going anywhere. It will take a while for it to eventually be spendable, right? Now let's look at the, let's see. I've set it to BTC. When you first set up this wallet, if you go down here to settings, they put it in micro BTC, which makes it look like more, right? So a lot of people, when they get Electrum and they first start using it, they go, what? I got 6 Bitcoin? Are you crazy? No, it's 6 micro Bitcoins, which is a little bit more of a manageable way of measuring the amount of Bitcoin you have, right? So when I look at in this balance in terms of just straight up Bitcoin, my base unit, then it looks kind of small. It is, but it's worth $60, right? Now we can also change this to Satoshis if we want. How many Satoshis do I have? Oh, okay. I've got 604,000 Satoshis and 345. So someday when Satoshis, when Bitcoin is more, value is worth more, then a Satoshi might be more meaningful down there. It might say, okay, this is 10,000 Satoshis. All right. So we can set this wallet to measure in Satoshis. Now you'll notice that it's sort of changed there, that now the icon has changed a little bit. Instead of saying unconfirmed, it sort of shows me a watch. I don't know if I can see that any better. I can double click that. So as the confirmations come through, you'll see that this clock will advance to the point of 1 full hour, and it'll turn green, and then it'll be totally confirmed, right? All right, so the question was about theta. Again, everyone's asking me about theta these days. All right, so here's theta. Let's go over to price charts here. Let's go to CoinGecko. CoinGecko is a good place to check the state of a particular coin, right? There we go, Theta Network. So the question is, where can I buy Theta? All right. So, and they can't buy it on Binance. So we can try Coin One, you can try Upbit, and you can try BitThumb. Now, you may say, okay, I'm in the US. How in the heck am I going to buy Theta on one of these foreign type exchanges, right? So basically, you can sign up for these accounts, right? But you don't have to totally confirm your identity on them, right? You can just set up an account, and then you will have an empty account. And then how do you fund it, right? That's the question. We talked about funding our cryptocurrency exchange accounts. The ones that are US based, like the Cash App, Coinbase, Binance US, Bittrex, those can all be funded with US dollars. But what about one of these? Well, all you really need is some Bitcoin, right? Once you have some Bitcoin in your own wallet, you can take that Bitcoin and deposit it in another cryptocurrency exchange. And then you can trade for whatever cryptocurrency you're after, in this case Theta, and then you would withdraw Theta into your own wallet. Now, I believe we've talked before about the Theta wallet on the live stream, so I won't go into too much detail, but you need to go to the Theta wallet. And then in my case, I can use my ledger to unlock my Theta balance that I have stored in my Ledger-based wallet. Right? And then I can deposit Theta. I can withdraw the Theta from the cryptocurrency exchange and put it in here. I don't know what it is about Theta. Everyone keeps asking me about it. All right. All right, so here we go. We've got our Bitcoin coming in. We're waiting for confirmation. Let's see. Scott's here. Theta rocks. Scott likes Theta. Greetings from Belgium again. Ingrid van den Albiel. It's great to have you here this morning. Oh, Binance doesn't have licensing in Florida. I think you're thinking of Binance US, right? So if you, and Binance US, do they even have Theta? I didn't think they did. Let's go here. Theta. You'll notice that I'm still showing a balance. I guess they don't have Theta. Yeah, I mean, it's been a while. Back in the early Wild West days of cryptocurrency, it was pretty easy to set up a cryptocurrency account on just about anything. Right? All the cryptocurrency exchanges it's very easy to just set up an account. All you really needed was an email. And, once you set up the account, you could enable two-factor authentication, deposit, trade, whatever. Now, if you weren't verified, there were certain limitations you had. You couldn't, you couldn't trade hundreds of thousands of dollars, but you could easily trade hundreds and thousands of dollars, right? So you might just try going to Binance.com and try setting up an account. So let's go ahead and log into my Binance account. Now this is not Binance US. This is Binance, right? This is the international Binance website. Whoops, I'm going to wait. Turned red on me. All right. All right, so we'll log ourselves into Binance. Now, I have never given them my ID, so my account is not, it's not verified, but I am able to trade a little bit. So let's go over here and see if they have Theta. There, you can buy Theta token on Binance, right? So you might want to just check out Binance. Now, back in last year in September, Binance made a big deal of saying they were going to block people from the U.S., right? But and they kept, they kept saying, oh, you gotta get all your tokens out of Binance, because we're going to block U.S. users. And maybe they did for a while, or maybe it timed out and they just never did. So I don't know what's going on, why I can still get in, but I've been able to buy. Now the idea was you weren't going to be able to you would only be able to withdraw what you already had on there. But I've deposited Bitcoin and made trades and withdraws and everything was fine. Right? So give regular Binance a shot and just don't verify. I don't know. They're not forcing me to verify myself, right? So the only thing Binance really knows about me is my email, right? Now there are certain limitations, right? I can't withdraw hundreds, thousands of dollars, but I can buy $100 worth of Bitcoin and withdraw it to my own wallet. But I do need to fund it from my own cryptocurrency, right? So I would have to deposit 100 in Bitcoin and then buy some Theta and withdraw the Theta, right? So we could try that. So I would go here to BTC, right? And then I would hit deposit. Now this is the other way around, right? In this case, they give me their address first. And I go back over to my wallet and I hit send. and I'd paste in the address of that Binance account. And I would max out all the Bitcoin that I want to send, and then I would click send, and it would go to my Binance account. And from there, I could trade for Theta and withdraw. Right. So you can fund a cryptocurrency account with your own bank account if it's compatible with your country. But if you want to open a cryptocurrency account in a different country that will not allow you to make cash deposits from your bank, you can easily open the account and fund it with cryptocurrency. Right? That's pretty much how everything started when I was new in this. Really, the only one that was U.S. based was Coinbase and Bittrex, and then all the other accounts I set up were all, you know, other cryptocurrency exchanges in other countries like Binance, right? All right, so let's see. Scott, yes, VPN. I forgot VPN. Right. So if they're blocking U.S. IP addresses, you can simply enable your VPN. And let's see, where am I? I don't want to actually do it because that would... why that always disappears? I don't know. It's weird. Nord. Oh, I'll just go to their website. So if you want to log into a site that's blocking IP addresses from the US, then get yourself a VPN. And when you enable your VPN, after you're going to have to set up an account, you're going to have to, you know, pay them for this account, just like you would anything else. You can log in. See, right now it's telling me it knows where I'm at, right? But if I'm using a VPN, that IP address is hidden from websites that I visit, right? I use their service to log in directly to their service, and then from their service they send out my signal so that it looks like I'm coming from their servers. And I can choose different servers all over the world, right? I could choose to use their Denmark server, and then when I log into Binance US, I look like I'm in Denmark and they don't block me, right? Same with any other website. So that's another technique that you can use to log yourself into certain accounts that are blocking US IP addresses. But like I said, I don't know that Binance is blocking IP addresses from US anymore. Money laundering is too profitable. Right. Ola browser has free VPN. Oh, okay. Yeah, I believe there's quite a few ways to get a VPN for free, right? So this might be a good way to do it. But there, you know, there's going to be a certain amount of technical expertise required for a lot of things. What did I do? Did I shut this wallet down? I guess I did. I was playing around. Let's open it back up again and look at... see where we're at here. See, you can see that the time has come down. And my, for some reason, my anti-malware does not like this wallet. Whatevs. Okay. But it still works. The coins are not in your wallet. It only means you have the control of the coins on the blockchain. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for pointing that out. That is true. The coins are really not in on my computer, right? The only part of this wallet that is on my computer is the interface that we can see here and the private keys, which are also stored internally on my computer. The private keys give me access to the blockchain-based Bitcoin, right? The Bitcoin is on the blockchain. Through virtue of this wallet and this private key that I control or that I hold, I have access to that Bitcoin that is somewhere out there on the blockchain. Um, and thank you for pointing that out, Makna. Right? The Bitcoin is on the blockchain, but no one else can touch that Bitcoin address that I control, right? That Bitcoin is on the blockchain. I can see the amount of Bitcoin that is in that Bitcoin blockchain address here, and I can send it out. I can receive more. I can check my balance, all from within this wallet. But technically speaking, and it's really not here in my wallet on my computer, right? The wallet is just a keychain, basically, more than a wallet, right? It's not a physical wallet where I'm actually holding the Bitcoin in there. All the Bitcoin in existence is out there on the blockchain in multiple nodes, in the multiple blockchains that exist in this world. All right. Thank you for pointing that out. That's a good point for this beginner live stream. Nord got hacked and didn't tell the users for months. I wouldn't use Rex. Okay, there are lots of other VPNs that you can use. This Ola browser might be one. And then let's see here. Whoops, that's not what I'm after. Let's go here. There's a website that I have a link to in my description down below called privacy. This might be interesting, but that's not the right one. privacytools.io is a great site where you can learn about how to keep your life private, your online life private, right? And let's see. Okay, we got providers, right? And then they have VPNs here. All right, and they give you some warnings, right? Well, we're talking about privacy here in this particular website. What we were talking about basically was sort of making it look like we're coming from a different IP address in order to sort of get around the restrictions of certain cryptocurrency exchanges. In that case, we're not really going for full-on operational security in that sense, right? We're not worried that much that someone out there is going to know that we're accessing that website because we are using our email, right? So if I use a VPN to log into a foreign exchange using my Gmail, it's not really private, right? Because anyone that has access to my Gmail will know that I'm using that website because I get confirmations from that website, blah, blah, blah. So we're not going full on board operational security on this. So there are some warnings here, but they have some good recommendations for VPN, and they have their own way of evaluating them. So if you're interested in a good, stable, secure, private VPN, I would invite you to check out this privacy-based website, privacytools.io. It's a great way to objective opinion of different types of VPNs, right? There's a lot of VPNs out there, and they may or may not be very private, right? Some of them are based in the U.S., and they fall under U.S. jurisdiction, and so the local police, the Justice Department, anybody that wants to subpoena your records, they can go to your VPN provider and subpoena your logs, and so it's not really that private. So if privacy is your thing, then you might want to look into a little bit more detail about the best VPN service to get, right? But we're just talking about sort of bypassing the blocks that you get as a U.S. user on some cryptocurrency exchanges, right? And if you're going to do something like that, and you're going to trade on a foreign exchange in order to get a cryptocurrency that you're after, like Theta, I would not suggest long-term holding in those exchanges, right? If it's Theta you want, and you want to hold it, and you open up one of these foreign cryptocurrency exchange with a VPN, then I would suggest make your deposit in Bitcoin, make your trade, and withdraw your currency. Don't just leave it in there long term, right? And then if you want to sell it down the road, then you would log into the account, transfer the theta in there, make your trade, make your withdrawal, like that. And of course, if let's say it's theta and you can't sell it on Coinbase and it's gained 500%, then you would transfer it to the exchange, sell it for Bitcoin, withdraw the Bitcoin to your own wallet, and use that Bitcoin to cash out if that's your intention, right? You want to buy a new car or whatever, or buy a new boat, then you're going to have to off-ramp it in a US-based cryptocurrency exchange that is connected to your bank account, right? Unless someone will sell you a boat for Bitcoin, right? So you'll pull that Bitcoin from your trade back into your own wallet, then you deposit it in your Coinbase account, your Binance US account, and then you cash out, right? That's what we're looking at, gang. Google as a VPN, okay. Yeah, you could just Google VPN. That's another easy way to get some... we don't really own coins. What's the IRS's problem? Really not capital gains. Really only leasing Bitcoin technically. Right. What's the big deal? Why does the IRS care about anything I do, right? Because they're trying to squeeze me. That's why. They don't care whether it's cash or lira or euros or Bitcoin or theta. They want a piece. Right? That's why they care. The oppressor. Oh. All right, so I'm just going to kind of give a quick overview of what we talked about. What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is digital currency that is decentralized, spread across the world on different computer devices, phone devices. The blockchain, each individual device has a node. Not every wallet is a full node, but all of these nodes stay in sync with each other through mathematics, complicated mathematics, right? And that is our blockchain. That is where we store our Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin is a digital computer program that runs on multiple nodes all over the world, right? And if we want our own Bitcoin, then we need to get some sort of Bitcoin wallet to hold it in, right? Once we've established an empty Bitcoin wallet, whether it's on our phone, like the Trust wallet. Oh, and by the way, someone asked me that they couldn't log into their Trust wallet. Then what you need to do is delete the Trust app. And, first you need to go get your recovery phrase, your 12-word recovery phrase. Once you have determined that you possess that recovery phrase, my first suggestion is install the wallet on a different phone, right? Don't wipe out your go-to wallet yet, right? Install Trust Wallet on a different phone, do a restore, and confirm that your 12-word recovery phrase is valid and that you've regained access to that account. Once you've confirmed all of that, then go delete it on your go-to phone, reinstall it, use that 12-word recovery phrase to restore it, and you've got access to your Trust wallet again. If you do not have that 12-word recovery phrase and your Trust wallet is somehow corrupted, then your only recourse is to contact their tech support and see if they can offer you any insight. But the problem really is that you control the Bitcoin. You're responsible for the Bitcoin. You were responsible for backing up that Trust wallet when you initialized it, right? So if you've lost your recovery phrase, you're in a bad spot, right? You're behind the 8 ball, right? If you have your recovery phrase for any Bitcoin wallet, it's just a simple restore, right? Easy peasy. That recovery phrase is a human readable format of your private key. You can easily restore your Bitcoin wallet on any device that supports that wallet using your recovery phrase. So if you can't log into your wallet, if something's corrupted, delete it, restore it. It's that simple, right? But like I said, if you don't have the recovery phrase, don't go delete your wallet and say, Rex told me. You need to contact their tech support. They most likely won't be able to help you if you don't have your recovery phrase. So recovery phrase, recovery phrase, recovery phrase, recovery phrase. Disrupting YouTube. Here we go. All right. Licensing issues with Binance. Okay. I'm not sure what that means. Licensing issues. They're not allowing you to log in. They're not allowing you to set up an account. If you're dead set against not using Binance, then check out some of these other cryptocurrency exchanges. Right? Don't create a problem that you can't solve. Right? There's always a way to get around it. Right? That you can see right here on this page. There are other ways to buy Theta. Right? And, you know, push comes to shove, go out there on, what do you call that? I can't think of it. Craigslist, and say, hey, somebody buy Theta for me. I don't know. I mean, there's always a way, right? So don't get all down on yourself because you can't establish an account on Binance. Figure out another way, right? I'm trying to give you solutions here. Yeah. All right, here we go. If you're interested in a hardware wallet, I personally use the Ledger Nano X, which is the new Ledger. There's two, they have several, but I swear by this wallet. This is the Ledger Nano X. I would recommend it. If you're a little short on cash, then the Ledger Nano S is cheaper, but the Ledger Nano X is bigger screen, holds more apps. I mean, it's a no-brainer. If you want a good cryptocurrency hardware wallet, Ledger Nano X is the way to go. That's my advice. But there are other ones. There is Trezor. Trezor is a decent company. They've been around a long time. You can get yourself a Trezor. Not too expensive either, right? So another good hardware-based wallet that you can use, very convenient to use, carry around in your pocket, connect it to your computer, manage your holdings, right? So Ledger or Trezor, those are the two big boys. But there are other brands out there. But if every time I Google best Bitcoin hardware wallet, and I look at reviews, you know, from 2019, 2020 or whatever, they're always going to have the Trezor and the Ledger at the top of the list, right? Very good company. Third party verified too. A lot of people say, oh, what if Ledger is an evil organization that is going to suck all our Bitcoin out of our hardware wallets? They are tested by third parties. They're validated. If they were, you know, trick wallets, it'd be obvious, right? Right? If you had a lemonade stand and you used salt instead of sugar, you wouldn't sell very much lemonade, right? Same concept, right? If you had an evil wallet that was sucking people's Bitcoin away, you wouldn't be in business very long, right? Someone would have found out by now, right? So you can trust them, right? You're trusting in the math here. Yeah, and Ken is mentioning that Trezor is integrated with Exodus, which makes life a lot easier. So, but there are a lot of wallets that are integrated with Ledger and Trezor, right? So you notice there that Theta wallet, I could use either one, right? Trezor or Ledger if I wanted to manage my Theta, right? So Tron is the same. I don't know that Tron supports Trezor, right? But anyway, I wanted to sort of focus on Bitcoin as much as possible. Of course, I want to answer questions, so I got a little bit off topic today, but I hope that you all were able to sort of get that basic. See, we're still not quite totally confirmed yet, but we will, right? So I did the most basic of things. I bought some Bitcoin on an exchange and I put it in my own wallet. And really, the only complicated part of that was this crazy address thing that I just copied into my clipboard and pasted into the exchange, right? It's not rocket science. It's a little strange if you've never done it before, but it's not difficult, right? And if you really want step-by-step tutorials, check out my YouTube channel. I've got step-by-step tutorials. I think I'm over 300 videos now. I may be wrong about that. I don't know where you look. But anyway, I got a lot of videos out there if you're interested in step-by-step tutorials, right? So check those out. And once again, thanks for joining me, guys. I really appreciate you guys coming by. And thank you, William. Let's give William a shout out. Let's see. William May, the XRP agent. Check out his YouTube channel. I always appreciate it when William drops by, and he does a lot of, he posts a lot of videos. So you might want to check out his channel for some up-to-date kind of news. He focuses on XRP and he focuses on live. So up-to-the-minute type of information. So a good friend here at my channel, my live stream, frequent guest, big tipper, all-around good guy. So check him out. All right, new subscriber G-Farm, thank you. All right, guys, so I'm going to sign off. Let's see, how do I do that? I think I do it like this. Don't forget, every Friday we got the live stream, hour and a half, live from Michigan, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where it's a little more broad. We talk about different cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin. We talk about the news. We talk about encryption. We talk about privacy and security. And I take questions. I troubleshoot. I move crypto around, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So if you you weren't fulfilled here today, just talking about Bitcoin and the basics, join me for the live stream. And also check out my channel. There, Google my name, CryptoDad, and then behind that, whatever cryptocurrency you're interested in. Like just before we go, we can just do a CryptoDad. Whoops. CryptoDad Cardano. Right? And boom. Bunch of Cardano videos, right? You could do a CryptoDad Theta. Did I do Theta? No, I don't think so. I don't think I've done any Theta videos. All right, we could do CryptoDad Stellar. Right? And then you can get a bunch of Stellar videos that I've done. All right? So, check out my channel. Check out my videos. It's great to have you guys here. And I'm going to sign off now for sure. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.